I'll start with the disclaimer. So last 3 days we have seen good bullish candles in both Nifty and Bank Nifty, and that's been a very good sign, like sign of a good reversal. But the confirmation we are waiting. I'll explain like what I am waiting for, and what kind of confirmation I'm looking for to take the decisions here on. First, we'll start with Bank Nifty chart. So, so you can see red and green zones. So this is my personal indicator. So red zones indicate the supply zones, and green zones indicate the demand zones. Just to give a view, this is the stop loss for supply zone. Similarly, this is the stop loss for the demand zone. So what happened earlier, if you look in, this is the daily chart. So there was a supply zone initially created, and demand zone created later. After that, we have seen stop loss hit for the supply zone bias. So there's a pullback and a good drawdown happened. So kind of all longs got exited. So that's what I mean. Also, it made an interesting pattern, inverted HNS. Usually, inverted HNS gets valid when the right shoulder is makes a low below this. Similarly, HNS, the right shoulder should be higher than the left shoulder. So even that criteria also met here, and hoping that we'll see at least a quick run till 57k and 57,500, and after that we may see some consolidation and further move depending on the scenarios created at that level. So why I'm considering this as a buy zone is, so fresh sell zones got created here. So this is the supply zone created from this block. So what happened in last 3 days is the stop loss of the supply zone is violated. So on Friday it made a closing above 55,540. Understand that this is my personal indicator, but it works very well in terms of trading or the trend identification. Okay, this works very well. Whatever algorithms I used works very well. So that I verified with backtesting as well. So what happened on Friday is the closing came above 55,540, which is stop loss for the supply zone or the sellers. Okay, higher sellers are sitting from 54, 56,800. Okay, that's a different story, but they're pretty old. That's sitting from July levels. So the demand zone created the last 3 days could surpass the 55,600 levels. So the resistance is, or the stop losses got hit for the bears. That is my idea. That's the reason I went bullish from Friday. and I held the positions, and I'm not covering them immediately. I'll hold until there is a reversal is visible. I'm also supposing that this will turn out into a good inverted HNS pattern, and this is my view. On every dip, I'll consider adding more longs in the bank nifty until unless there is a new supply zone. Okay, so that's my view. So bank nifty, I'm very bullish. Indeed, I started adding longs from this level. I started accumulating on Friday, added more on Friday, and it went on well. So now let's go to Nifty chart. So in the Nifty chart, what happened is supply zones were very strong. So this supply zone was very strong. So the second supply zone created, this supply zone actually hit the stop losses on the bias, and again we have seen this in the September series. Once this breakout happened for a couple of days, this long trades happened, but after that again a pullback, and there was a pullback again. That's a deep pullback, and now we started buying again. So if you see, right, okay, here the seller stop loss got triggered, but sellers went on continuously selling until 25,680 levels. So what happened here is, so the supply zone or demand zone got created. It could hit back the shorts created here. So it retested the breakout zone. This is the breakout zone for the demand zone breakout levels. So it retested this, and again we are going higher. Now will it stop at 25,100, or will it break 25,350 is the question. If it can break 350, it will lead to a very strong short coverage. That's the expectation. So today closing actually today's closing actually is very good in terms of the fresh demand zone creation. What happened here, whatever happened on Friday in Bank Nifty chart is reflects the same thing. The breakout happened in Nifty today in Monday session. So one session delayed, but both are in sync now. Both charts are bullish. So about 25,035, it will remain strongly bullish. It may take time to break 360. Even if it breaks swiftly in one or two sessions, that will be even greater. Uh, it will be even great news for the bulls. So we can long here for monthly series, and yeah, we can long here for monthly series, but for intraday trades and those things, we need to go back to the lower time frames to find the best trades. Okay, so far the daily chart is saying that Nifty and Bank Nifty have turned bullish. There is no question about that. So if it doesn't sustain about 25,000, then we have to suspect the behavior. If it draws down deep and goes below 25,630, then it will be a strong shot. 24,600 level is very good for shorting now. Okay, remember that. As long as it stays above 25,050, continue to be long, buy on every dip. Below 24,600, just go for short. Okay, let's go to hourly chart for intraday setups. So the same scenario, the same algorithm works at different time frames. So for intraday, I have observed that 1 hour time frame is the best to take the trades, and 15 minutes time frame is not good for trades. So that's the reason I go with the 1 hour time frame, and it gives very good results. You might think that we miss the trades, but no, it gives wonderful trades. So okay, just to give a brief explanation of how it worked earlier. So there was a breakout, the demand zones got negated, big upside, but a pullback happened. These levels are retested, and we have seen that every supply zone is negated, and it went on. The buying stopped here clearly, so I stopped adding longs here. So if you observe this, there is a specific pattern. A buy came first, sell came first, and the sell got stopped. Buy came first, sell came next, and sell got stopped, moved further higher. Okay, buy came first, sell came, and sell got stopped, and we moved higher. Now here, once I reached this position, I covered all the longs carried through this, and just waited for the market to tell me what can happen next. What happened here is simply there is no buy after here, so there is a sell created. So the best scenario happened is a pullback to this level. This was one good trade. After that, the buy got stopped, and this reached all the way here till the last seller level. So the buyer at 24, 25, 24,500 is not just stayed there. He's not stopped out. So after this, it it became very volatile in the 100 to 200 point range, and just kept there making very big candles. So but by Friday, no, by Thursday, what happened is there is a breakout, or what can I say is the seller got stopped out. So the pattern here created is the seller came first and the buyer came later, and the buyer whoever came later is strong buyer. Okay, strong buyer, and this buyer took it deep to a very high level, almost 400, okay, 600 to almost 500 points. So this buyer took the Nifty levels 500 points above. So for intraday trades, okay, as I explained earlier, for positional trades, monthly series or next monthly series, or stocks presenting the similar pattern, can be considered for positional trades based on the daily chart. Now for intraday trades, if this long, if the positions from here are carried, usually we can do only with the monthly series. So the monthly series longs can be held tight. Okay, you need not worry about the longs on the monthly series options. So, but weekly, how do we trade? So for that, I'm expecting the same pattern to continue. I'll expect a sell and breakout again. So once this happens, I'll go long, and in that move, I'm expecting things to move quicker and fast beyond 25,600 levels. In that scenario, I would consider intraday trades or weekly option trades. So what I will look for? I look for the seller to enter first. Once the seller came, then I would expect the buyer to stop out the seller and move further higher. This is the pattern I am expecting from here on. Why? Because on the daily chart I am bullish. I am bullish in the sense the indicator is, my personal indicator is telling me that it is bullish. So the best pattern I look for weekly trades is this: seller stopped out. Okay, this will give me. At the same time, in this scenario, I would like to, when the seller entered, I would like to add more in the positional trades as well, like monthly options or futures or stocks, whichever presents the similar pattern. So this is my view and my analysis for Nifty and Bank Nifty, and my expectations from here on is absolutely bullish until and unless a fresh sellers enter. I will not consider any short trade. Okay, that's it, guys. Thank you. I'll close the video here.